Hey guys, Chase here with Speaking of Courage podcast. Just wanted to say thanks for the recent comments. We did post that video to see if you guys wanted some new videos, and it looks like there was some positive reinforcement for that. So we are going to go ahead and we are going to start filming again. Bear with us though, it is going to take a little bit of time. Believe it or not, these videos do take a good amount of time to do that research, to put them together and to edit them. I know they don't look the greatest, but it does still take us a bit of time. So we're going to try to start filming next month, and then we'll start getting those put out after that. The pace may be a little bit slower, but we'd like to keep the same or a similar format, so it's going to end up being those longer videos to try to give you that in-depth research. I think there's a lot of info out there on Medal of Honor recipients, but a lot of it's lacking. A lot of times they just copy that Wikipedia page and they put that info on there. What we'd like to do and what we try to do is give you a little bit of background, give you a background on their lives, where they came from, what was going on in the world. So hopefully you get a better feeling for that recipient and for that service member that we're profiling on that episode. So like I said, that does take time for us to do the research, and we try to put out the best story that we can for you guys. So we're going to be taking our time to get that good product out there. So bear with us, and we really appreciate you guys that have stuck around. In the meantime, go back and watch our old videos. If you guys haven't seen them all, like, comment, and subscribe, and hit that alert bell. That'll let you know when those new videos come out. Really appreciate the comments. Part of the goal of this is interaction. I want you guys to be, asking questions or discussing things or giving me ideas so we can go and we can look at those. It's a big community, and that's what we want, is for us to be able to, hey, I know this guy. We've had some people, some family members comment on there of the recipients, and that's the most awesome thing that we can have. I've had other people that are written books on some of these recipients or have done research on them themselves, and that's just an awesome feeling. So the more comments we get, the better, and obviously we're happy to interact with those. In addition to that, if you guys are wondering where I'm at, this is actually my personal collection room. I have a large collection of U.S. military, which consists of uniforms, gear, equipment, helmets from pre-World War I all the way through modern times. If you could see the rest of this room on the other side, I have a lot of my modern stuff up here. But when we're doing the episodes, if you guys haven't noticed, I try to put a mannequin up in the back to represent each service member that we're profiling. Every one of those uniforms is authentic to that time period. And all that equipment they're wearing is authentic to that time period. And the purpose of that is so when you're looking at it, you can kind of get a feel for what these guys are wearing, what their gear looks like. Imagine that digging into your skin or whatever that may be, right? Or some of you guys that have served yourself, you might look at it, and gals, and recognize, hey, that looks like the gear I used to wear, maybe in the 60s or the 80s or the 2000s. We had the recent episode with Alwyn Cash. If some of you guys were in recently, you might recognize those OTVs and be able to point out to a family member, hey, I used to wear that. So this is where all that comes from. Painstaking job, but we try to make sure it's 100% authentic. There's no reproduction gear. There's nothing like that. So that being said, if you guys ever have questions or comments on those videos, you can ask, hey, what's with the gear, or what kind of rifle would they have? I'm more than happy to comment back, get you some research, or we can do a video on that if that's something you guys would like. Just let me know. Like I said, I have all this kinds of stuff. Every one of these uniforms has a story. Not all of them are named, but the ones that are named, I do what I can to research that individual. But even the ones without a name written in them, that's the story of someone's life. That's the story of a pivotal time in someone's life. This is a uniform that was worn while somebody was overseas, potentially risking their lives, right? Or when they came home with those ribbons on to their family, happy to be alive and happy to start that life over. So I take a lot of pride in collecting this gear. I take a lot of pride in researching these guys, and we take a lot of pride in sharing their stories with you, which is the goal here. So keep those comments coming, keep watching, share this with your guys' friends if you can. If there's anybody else out there that you guys think might be interested in military history, let them know. We're not perfect. We might not get the story absolutely correct, but I do the absolute best I can, and I don't think we've made any major mistakes yet. Comment on those videos. Let's get some interaction. And the biggest thing about this, let's keep these stories alive, right? You're not really gone. You're not really forgotten until your name's said for the last time. So as long as we keep life and we keep breath into these names and we can keep these stories out there, they'll continue to inspire for future generations. And any family members that might be hearing these stories for the first time, they can foster some of that pride in what their family members have gone through. And the biggest thing, we want to keep that American pride alive, right? We want to bring some of that back that unfortunately is lacking a little bit in this country right now. We want to have pride in what our forefathers have done for us. We want to have pride for what our servicemen and women have gone through and the experiences they have. And that's the goal of this YouTube show. So if you guys can like, comment, subscribe, and share, please let us know. keep your suggestions coming. Any comments, questions, concerns, I'm more than happy to address them. So again, this is Chase with Speaking of Courage. Johnny will be with me on those newer episodes. He's just a little bit busy right now, but we appreciate you guys' support. So keep watching. Thanks.